Alrighty guys, we're back for some Naya aggro, and this is a Brothers War standard brew. We're gonna go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Red Cat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to ya. Also, we do got that Discord link down in the description if you're interested in joining that up. Okay, what do we got in the build here? We got Angelfire Ignition, a 3 mana sorcery. You get to put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. It gains Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, and Haste until end of turn. Then it has a flashback cost of 2, a red and a white. Pretty sweet sorcery card, guys. Now, it was actually a suggestion down in the comments of one of my recent videos, so thank you so much for the suggestion. It was to play Angelfire Ignition in a Naya brew, so yeah, here we are. Now, it is very much a modified theme, so we do have 4 Kami's Flares in here, a 2-mana instant speed card that we just don't see enough of, honestly. Kami's Flare deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker, and then it also deals 2 damage to the permanent's controller if you control a modified creature, which is going to be often in here. We have 4 Kumano Faces Kakkazans, helps us modify creatures. Rockin' 4 Monastery Swiftspears, just a very powerful 1-drop. We have 3 Sticky Fingers to help us modify, as well as just mana fix with those extra treasures too. Since it is a 3-color aggro deck, those treasures are going to be very handy. Got 4 Dwarven Forge-Chanters in here as well. A 2-mana 1/3 ward, pay 2 life. This is actually pretty decent, guys, because it's rockin' prowess as well. So yeah, very nice. Got a single Gaia's Gift in here, and honestly, I kind of want to squeeze more of these in, but for now, just one. 2-mana instant speed, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gains Reach, Trample, Hexproof, and Indestructible. This is a solid card. We got 4 Yavimaya Iconoclasts in here as well. So we did get to see this a lot in Gruul builds, but we don't get to see it too often recently, at least. So 2 mana 3/2 with Trample is fine and dandy, but it also has a kicker cost for 1 red, so you can consider this a 3 mana Gruul card essentially. And if it enters the battlefield kicked, then it gets a +1/+1 and gains haste until end of turn. Yeah, just a very powerful creature and a great one to plug all those extra counters into. We got 4 Siege Veterans in here, mainly just for the counter ability because we don't have any extra soldiers in here. So that bottom ability isn't going to do too much unless you have multiple Siege Veterans on the board. Either way, those extra counters are really going to come in handy. We have a couple Invigorating Hot Springs as well. Since it's an enchantment, it works with the prowess on the Dwarven Forge-Chanter and the Swiftspear, but then also being able to plug those counters into things, and then all of our modified creatures have haste. Sounds good to me, guys, huh? Now we have a couple Thundering Raiju on the top end. It's going to put in a lot of work, I bet. And then we have a single Arlinn as well, and I've been wanting to play Arlinn in a modified deck for quite some time. We just haven't revisited modified for a while. So it's a 4 mana Planeswalker with 4 loyalty, and it's +1 here until your next turn. You may cast creature spells as though they had flash, and each creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter. Okay, pretty sweet. Also, it can help you restock the board, get some wolves out there with the -3. But if it's nighttime, it's just an insane creature, essentially, right? Because the 0 ability turns it into a 5/5 Trample, Indestructible, and Haste to help you close out those games, or could help you ramp with that +2 as well. Arlinn is kind of a really powerful planeswalker, and since we don't see too many werewolves, we're not seeing too much Arlinn, and I think that's a mistake. I think Arlinn is very powerful and deserves a spot on the top end of some kind of aggro brew. The mana base, guys, I thought about it for a while. Hopefully I landed on something that works. Of course, we have a Seat, we have a Crucible, and a Who Endures, rocking 4 mountains and a bunch of dual lands, 2 of them being Jetmir's Garden too. So hopefully that doesn't slow us down too much. If anything, you know, you might have a turn 1 garden and then just a turn 2 like Dwarven Forge-Chanter or something, and you'll be fine. Honorable mentions, guys, Hammerhand and Hallandal. I Really considered the two of these for this deck and just couldn't find room for them this time. And then I added Infantry and Illuminator because I very much, like, when it was brought up to play Angelfire Ignition and a Naya brew, the first thought process was like a Virtuoso build, but I kind of did it to challenge myself to not go the Virtuoso route this time round. So, I mean, you know, eventually maybe we'll try a Naya Virtuoso build because that sounds pretty fun too. But I feel like that was almost like an obvious creature to try to build with the Angelfire, so I didn't want to do that this time. So, just cards to think about and maybe a different version of this deck, right? Okay, that's everything, huh? It's a pretty simple deck. We're going to be slamming creatures and making them big with Angelfire Ignition and then trying to do a thing. Keeping them on the board is going to be pretty important, which is why I considered like multiple Gaea's Gifts, especially with all the removal and stuff floating about. But when we have cards like Sticky Fingers, being able to draw extra things when the creature dies will be fine too, so... Okay, let's go ahead, take this into some ranked, and see how we do. Alright, we'll see if we can get right into that first game. I just got done recording yesterday's video, and we were struggling to get in a couple of the matches. Here we go, 15 seconds, not too bad. Some of the matches in yesterday's video, it took like 25 seconds for some of them, which was really shocking. Hasn't been that long of a wait for quite some time. Okay, we don't have a green source, but it's hard to complain with this hand, and Sticky Fingers can get us treasures to mana fix, so... Potentially, right? If we're allowed keeping our creature on the board. Let's start with that Swiftspear swing. I'm tempted by the Sticky Fingers next turn over the Forge-Chanter. They drop a Blast Zone, huh? Ew. Alright, well... we'll try to go faster than the Blast Zone, huh? Before they take out all of our 1-drops. Right, they need 3 mana to tap it and sack it. So, hopefully we'll be fine. Down to 15 already, I mean, that's something. If we top deck a mana too, then Raiju can slam onto this board next turn, which sounds ridiculous. Oh my goodness, guys, we found the mana. I mean, I'm going for it. Looks like some spot removal for Swiftspear, maybe? But they also kind of want to spot remove the Raiju, too. I guess we're getting that damage through. Wow, down to 8. This might be the perfect first game. Kumano flips next turn. The perfect first game to showcase the aggressiveness of the build, of course, is what I mean there. Let's see. Wow, wait, they only have 1 white source over there. What could this be? They have to at least have spot removal for the Raiju, like, right now. Ooh, another Angelfire. I'm down. So we're gonna attempt. So if we had an extra mana too, like if that was another land, we could have went Chanter and then Angelfire to give that haste. That would have been pretty gross. Yeah. Try this on the etching. And we'll save the treasure. Yeah, they only have 1 white source, so if it is spot removal, it's only gonna hit 1 of these cards. So... I don't know what their plan is. Yeah, GG opponent. That kind of sucks. We didn't get to see the opponent play anything, but it was pretty cool seeing our deck be just, like, ridiculously aggressive, too, so... if you guys have any ideas what the opponent was playing there, let me know. Maybe they just got really unlucky and saw their lands that, like, maybe they needed double white, for example, for a card, and like maybe this is the only roadside reliquary and the only blast zone. That's very possible, actually. So, sweet. I'm satisfied. Sticky Fingers like always does so much every time I play with it. It's actually kind of ridiculous. If you guys have been rocking mono red, I see a good bit of mono red in the meta. Try out like one Sticky Fingers and let me know how that goes. Like if you were like looking for a new card for it or something. I mean, it's not a new card, but you know what I mean. We'll give it a shot. We will give this hand a shot. I'd say getting a turn 1 Swiftspear is better than setting up something on turn 2 when the hand looks like this, right? We had an actual 2-drop then. Okay, here we go. I am hoping for a little bit more here. The mana's definitely slowing us down here. If they're running mono red, then we're gonna see like a little bit of a speed difference because of the mana this time round. Couple Phoenix Chick, yep. Okay. See what we can get done here. Iconoclast. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, let's do this. Swing for 5, and then hopefully we're the ones being aggressive. I don't think we are, though, unfortunately, so we might have won. No? Sometimes it's not the best thing to keep a blocker back against a deck that can immediately burn the blocker. Like, now we might want to. The Warfare is very scary. The Phoenix Chicks are hitting 2 in the air. And this would be the perfect deck to actually see our Angelfire Ignition against too, because like that extra life gain is just an absolute bully. Gonna have to keep the Kami's Flare open probably. All right. I guess we're just gonna swing with the Iconoclast. I was kind of working that out in my head if we were gonna be safe to swing with both and get them down to 9 and continue to try to be as aggressive. I don't think it's safe. I really don't. So we're gonna keep the Swiftspear back as a blocker and just get that extra damage with the Iconoclast. No swing on the ground. They might not have anything fancy in their hand. All right, so we're gonna attempt a block with the Forge-Chanter instead of the Swiftspear, because then they would need 2 things to get the Swiftspear to kill the Chanter. We're gonna attempt the Kami's Flare on the Phoenix Chick here. Really depends what they end up doing from their hand too, though. Lightning Strike, yep. All right, do they have one more thing? We could have also used Gaea's Gift to give reach to the Swiftspear to take out the Phoenix Chick, but we can always do that next turn too. Can always try that next turn. This also saves the Forge-Chanter if they have a second Lightning Strike, except for the fact that a second Lightning Strike deals 4 damage. Yeah, never mind, never mind. The Mechanized Warfare ends up getting them this round. So even if we went Gaea's Gift to block the Phoenix Chick, yeah, hey, GG opponent, man. That is a ton of extra damage. Was there any other way around that? I don't know. That might be the type of game where I got to go back and watch, but that one turn where we actually had to play our land tapped might have been enough. It really could have been. Because had we put any extra pressure on that board to where they had to keep like blockers back or something, like their Swiftspear on the ground or something like that, then again, we had a great blocker for the Swiftspear. And then also, yeah, if we would have seen like Angelfire Ignition, that extra life gain would have been insane. A little bit slower, but it's not bad. We have our turn 2 Dwarven Forge-Chanter and a turn 3 Angelfire Ignition if that's what we want to do. Maybe Siege Veteran, though. Start getting the counters from that as soon as possible. Oh no, Azora Soldiers. Okay, here's... my streak ends now, guys. My lost streak against Soldiers ends today. We're gonna get that probably... oh man, yeah, probably Siege Veteran. Start getting those extra counters. I don't know. The hand is getting worse as we draw because we're drawing so many of our 3-drops. Sky Strike Officer. Okay, we really need to see our Kami's Flare. Okay, don't worry, we'll see it. Angelfire Ignition's fine, but I want to start getting counters from the Siege Veteran. I don't even think it's worth swinging. Yeah, not when there's like a guaranteed no combat trick here. Kumano's fine, but yeah, if we could have seen our Kami's Flare, maybe we'll draw it next turn and then we'll get that extra damage for having a modified creature too. Oh, buddy. Woo! The old 2-3-4 punch from the Soldier deck. There's a reason I haven't beat this deck in a long while, guys. It is disgusting. Holy cow. I don't even know where to begin. It's gotta be... It's gotta be... I don't know what it's gotta be. I don't know. They're about to, like, fly in the air here in a second. If you attack with 5 or more. Okay, they only have 4 to attack with. So maybe just life gain this turn? Set up for more? Siege Veteran? Siege Veteran? Double block the mural? We gotta be prepared for Brutal Cathar next turn. Yeah. We could have went Dwarven Forge-Master and Kumano too, but... Alright. I'm preparing for a Brutal Cathar, so by spreading out the counters, it might be the best bet. It might be. The least we can do is double block the mural and have one of the Siege Veterans die, right? Yeah, we need to see some of our removal guys for sure. Oh no, I'm sweating. Yeah, second Sky Strike Officer. Oh no. They might not even need that Harbin ability. Okay, yeah, they're just setting up for next turn's swing in the air with the Harbin. So at this point, if we do find the Kami's Flare, then we have to hit the Harbin, I guess. Frontliner, sure. So no Brutal Cathar, that's pretty good for us. That means they probably have to top deck one. Because you'd feel like they would have done that this turn, so they could have swung with everything, including the mural. And then, like, we could have still double blocked with these, but then our other Siege Veteran's gone. Hey! Kami's Flare! Oh my goodness, what do we even hit? It's such a tough decision because we're at 13. I guess, no, it's not a tough decision. If they buff this wide board state and swing in the air, then we're dead. So we should do this on our turn? Because they have blue and sometimes opponents have surprises. We don't want them to, like, draw a surprise make disappear that soldiers don't play. Okay, I'm doing it on our turn. I think it's okay to do it on our turn, because I don't think our target is going to change, and if we give them more cards to draw, then it's just probably not the best bet. Unfortunately, we can't really swing here. Kind of stock these up a little bit. Thank you, opponent. A second counter on the Forge-Chanter means more life gain when we swing with the Angelfire. I think we have to hold it back. Yeah, it's rough. Because it would probably just be a simple chump from one of the 1/1s, but that's the problem. They chump it, then they buff their wide board state, and then we don't have the Forge-Chanter as a blocker. Yeah, see? They're buffing that wide board state. They got the Harbin anyways, the second Harbin. Oh no. No. Ah, GG, opponent. One day I will beat Azorius soldiers again, and it'll be a glorious day. Ah, jeez. That is rough, dude. So, there's something to be said where I may... No, -10, my goodness. Where would I have even begun to get that life back? Yeah, I don't even think if we played our Angelfire Ignitions on time, I don't think it would have helped. Yeah, I think the second Harbin... Man, maybe an earlier Kami's Flare? Yeah, maybe. Because we could have taken out the Skystrike officer, like, as soon as it came down, had we seen an earlier flare. I don't really know. I guess the Gaea's Might, too. Is that what it's called? I'm forgetting right now. Good hand. Nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. Oh, actually, we might have wanted to go Kumano this turn. My brain immediately went creature, swing face. But Kumano would have been equally as good. I guess this is still pretty good, because next turn we can just play Iconoclast as a 2-drop, play Kumano, and then swing. Play Kumano, swing, then on main phase 2, play Iconoclast, right? Nice, we got the 4th mana here. Swing. Okay, nice. A Raiju might come down with an extra counter next turn, and this is looking pretty solid. But the opponent's definitely has some spot removal in a deck. Oh, it's going to be Grixis, okay. Okay, it's going to be some Grixis. Well, what type of Grixis? Is it Meta Grixis? Is it Grixis Reanimator? Okay, Liliana. Let's keep the Iconoclast around. Forge-Chanter is better against this deck, so Swiftspear is going to be the sacrifice, I would say. What do you guys think? Okay. Battlefield Forge. Raiju. Take out the Liliana. Swing at face. I don't think that extra damage... I think it's better to take out the Liliana. I hope that 1 damage doesn't do anything, but yeah, taking out the Planeswalker seems a little bit more important. Ooh, no Sheoldred. That's good news. They need something, yes. There we go, GG opponent. Because... yeah, this deck knows how to be fast, huh? That's good news. Did I have fun? Heck yeah, I did. I'm an aggro player. How could I not have fun in a nice, fast game? Even if this was like a cut down, the Forge Master Ward pay 2 life is actually pretty devastating. Once you get the opponent low enough, yeah, Forge-Chanter can be really good. Nice. Very, very nice, guys. Let's get right into the next one, shall we? What are my quests here that I'm skipping right now? White and black and green and blue. Okay, well, I do have an Orzhov deck planned for this week, so that'll take care of this one, I guess. Green and blue, I'll have to look at the lists that I have, because I know there was some decks that had blue, probably a lot more decks that have green though. Oh, guys, did I mention it this video? I don't think I did. 2023 sub goal, guys. It's set all the way up at 5,000, but we have all year to reach it, and I believe in you. So, hey, if you want to help us reach that goal, then consider subscribing, because it is much appreciated, friends. Man, I keep forgetting to bring it up, but I guess sometimes it is good to bring up in the middle of videos. Okay. I like this hand. It's fine. We don't have a 1-drop, but like, do we need... I mean, Sticky Fingers counts as a 1-drop, I guess. Oh, Delver. Oh, that's gonna flip. We'll scare him with a full control. We actually could have done... Oh, yeah, it flipped. Okay. Thirst for Discovery. Nice. Is this mono blue with Delver? Because like, I just recently mentioned that I don't think mono blue plays too much Delver. I think that was in the last video that I mentioned that. That's pretty funny, actually. Keep 2 open for a counter spell. Kumano? I would rather Kumano get countered than the Dwarven Forge-Chanter, right? Because having the Forge-Chanter on the board seems more important, and the Kumano kind of just looks like another 1-drop. Okay, so the Kumano looks like it's going to hit. It'll eventually flip into a 2-2, which will come in handy against this deck. Okay. So if we would have played Forge-Chanter, it could have easily been an Essence Scatter. So yeah, I think that was fine. Sundown Pass, get the Siege Veteran down. Man, that Soldier game, that really could have gone either way. I hope we see more soldiers, like maybe like the last game of the video, we'll get some soldiers and maybe we'll get some revenge finally. Wow, they just go for the Thirst for Discovery on their turn. They're going for it, guys. What, did they miss a land drop? No, they played their 3rd land, right? Because this is their 3rd turn. Man, we're free to play stuff, like, whatever we want. Where do I even start? Siege Veteran would be sweet. There's a problem there because... Fading Hope. So plugging all those extra counters into one... what am I saying? Like, we get it down. We get it down while we can. So we'll have 4 mana, so Forge-Chanter could hit over like a, like they probably wouldn't drop the Make Disappear then. Kumano flips next turn. Might be able to get the Sticky Fingers on the Forge-Chanter, or the Siege Veteran if we wanted extra mana. You stay away from that Siege Veteran, sir. Thank you. They were highlighting over it. Maybe we'll actually get the counter out of it now. I guess Sticky Fingers on the etching would be better. Kind of spread it out a little bit more. At this point, we would love to see the Angelfire Ignition again. Make Disappear. Would I prefer Sticky Fingers this turn? No, I'd prefer to get the Forge-Chanter on the board. And maybe we actually start buffing the Forge-Chanter instead of the etching. Either way, we can't put all of our eggs onto the Veteran. So... it's definitely got to be a Fading Hope, right? What do you guys think? Like, they're holding this up? March of the Swirling Mist. Yeah, just extract them from the game for a second. That'll be fine. Oh, buddy, I hope they don't have too many of those. Slip out the back. They're just going for the thirst for discovery again. Looking for an island, I guess? I mean, this is anyone's game at this point. Now that we know... Wait, what? What just happened, guys? What on earth, dude? I mean, I'll take the victory. We've been struggling our way to platinum all month, so I'll take it. Thank you. I have no idea what that meant. That was so weird, right? Maybe they just had like nothing in their hand, or maybe they really needed that fourth island for some reason. And they didn't see it. I don't even know. Okay, well, this is a particularly bad hand, isn't it? Because we don't have the white source, but we have a veteran and an ignition in hand. I love the Kumano and the Kami's Flare, but guys, the Forbidden Mulligan. I guess we gotta click the button. Oh, much better. Okay, good. Jetmir's Garden's gonna be great. And what do we send? Oh, buddy, I don't know. I like everything. Alright, I guess the Forge-Chanter? I don't know. Yeah, tough decisions. Turn 1, turn 2. Not concerned about it. Get the garden down, get situated. Okay, another forest. Not bad. Alright. We're actually going to start with Kumano and then try a hasty Iconoclast next turn. That way it can get an early counter here too, and maybe escape a cut down or something. Okay, Misery Shadow. It's a scary card for sure. And Forest is fine. Unless I don't want to take that damage. No, I should keep Crucible in hand. I should keep the Crucible back because it does win us some games every now and then. It's a good swing. Down to 14, and maybe we can start getting those siege veterans going. Go for the throat! Oh man, they played that so fast too. They were so excited to kill our poor creature. Oh man. Let's play a couple things. I guess it's like the Swiftspear is definitely worthwhile. I sense a cut down. But then again, it could just be this being held open, but that one swamp doesn't look too great. Yeah, it was a cut down. Alright, swing for 3, and it's not looking bad for us until the Shieldra drop. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, it's just more removal. Okay. Oh, they're going for it. They're going for a swing, guys. Wow. They must be an aggro deck? I should buff the veteran to get it above a cut down, but since we've seen 2 go for the throats already, let's go more damage. Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. At least... Okay, well... Keeping the Misery Shadow back... Flesh Gorger's terrible, guys. Oh no, how do we get around the lifelink? If we go Etching with the +1/+1 counter, then they can double buff the Shadow to trade, and then at that point, I think we might have to keep everything back here, guys. Alright, yeah, so we got around a cut down. with our creatures for now. That's good news. I think we hold back for now. Man. Yeah, they are at 7 though. Like, not all hope is lost here by any means. I'll tell you what though, if a Shieldred does end up dropping. Oh no. Okay, now all hope is lost probably, right? We could double block the Flesh Gorger. Still gonna gain the 3. They're gonna hit the Veteran. So they'll go back up to 10, but then the Flesh Gorger's out of here. I think this is heavily leaning towards the opponent now, so I'm just gonna go for it, man. We're gonna hold out. Like, the Shieldred, like, we double block, they kill the Veteran, we have a Kumano that can't swing into the Shieldred. They can still double buff the Shadow, too. We might as well take the 3. It'll be a 10-10 game and see what we draw. You know, maybe we'll get a Kami's Flare, which hits the Flesh Gorger. We'll take another 3 there, but at least it would take care of that. It would do 2 because we have modified creatures. Guys, can we just, like, play 8 Kami's Flare? Like, come on, game. Like, why can't we play 8 of them? Arlinn! That's a sick draw, but I mean, it doesn't do much against this board state. A couple wolves could be cool, though. A couple wolves could be really cool. Especially if their last card in hand isn't removal, then we're going to have terrific blocks here. I think we put that counter on a wolf. Okay, no removal from them. That's good news. I'd love to get one of these above the Shieldred, but I like this more so we can try to double block the Flesh Gorger more effectively. See, they can power up Foundry. Kumano's gonna flip here. Oh, Invoke Despair. Well, that sucks. We're not gonna take any damage, but we're losing a lot of cards here. We're gonna get rid of this one because our other etching already has a counter on it, and Arlinn's out of here, guys. Invoke Despair just chewed up our board. Yes, we are double blocking that. No questions asked there for sure. At least they got no draws. Like, all those cards that we just got rid of. They're back up to 15. Yeah, oh! Angelfire Ignition, guys. Oh, buddy. Oh, where do we want to put these counters? I guess on the wolf? Because, yeah, Siege Veteran already has such... What a draw, because we can potentially do the Ignition 2 turns in a row. Buff that once. Yeah, I guess we put everything into the wolf and then hope they don't draw like a third go for the throat. We're going back up to 12 here. They're down to 9. Great draw. Really, really good draw. Another Invoke Despair would be bad. I think we would get rid of the Siege Veteran at this point since we have this as a flashback. Honestly, I'm pleased. Like, the deck runs pretty well. The mana's been pretty good too. No, my Angelfire Ignition! Trespasser, why? Why, Trespasser? That's okay, guys. We'll top deck another one. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. They could buff that to 6. Sure. If they want to do 6 damage to us right here, right now, then they can go for it because we actually do have a chance of drawing another Ignition. They're going for it. So Mishra's Foundry's out of the equation here too. Dwarven Forge-Chanter. They probably want to keep I think we're dead, aren't we? Yeah, we're probably just dead. Oh, I should have buffed the Forge-Chanter. That's what I should have done. Oh well. Yeah, we'll swing. We can't hold back because in a couple turns the Sheoldred is gonna kill us just from us drawing. So if we die next turn, that's fine too. At least this might actually like take care of a Trespasser. They don't know what's in hand, so they might actually block. Because this could be like an antagonize or something, and that's probably what the opponent's considering here. Like, do they go for the victory full swing next turn, or do they actually block? They do end up trading with the Sheoldred, which is pretty huge for us, guys. So the Trespasser deals an extra damage, the Mistress Foundry gets through, and we're forced to block the Misery Shadow, and they top deck a Fleshgorger, and they just go for it, guys. 7 mana Fleshgorger on the board. We're taking 2 here. Oh, we're super dead. I'm blocking actually too. Wow, Raiju off the top. Wow. Man, this could have been anyone's game. This match. Yeah. Oh, buddy. Raiju off the top. That is sick. Yeah, we're super dead, unfortunately, so we're just gonna swing. Just gonna swing, get the good game ready for when the opponent swings into. Yeah, GG opponent. Oh man. Yeah, this one really could have been anyone's. You know, props to Misery Shadow too. Misery Shadow being like a card that, yep, good game. This one deserves our favorite emote too. But Misery Shadow, I guess we are seeing it more and more often, but when it originally came out, like, people tried it for a couple weeks and then like they immediately moved away from it. And now we're seeing it more again, and it makes sense. Like, it's pretty powerful, isn't it? It's a really cool card too, so got to be careful with those exile effects too. That's like an overlooked part of that as well. Guys, let's go ahead and go over the deck one more time here. Naya aggro. I had a ton of fun with this one. When it pops off, man, it really pops off. And overall, I guess we could have seen better draws today. That last game we drew pretty lucky, but so did the opponent. The opponent drew really well as well. So a couple more Angelfire Ignitions would be great. So what would I add to the deck? I would add 6 more Angelfire Ignitions and 6 more Kami's Flares, and then we'll be good to go, guys. 10 of each, we're good to go. No, that's what it felt like, though, huh? More removal. I know, guys. I know. I don't play enough removal. The 4 Kami's Flares just isn't enough, and so what I would end up doing... So where are our creatures here? Here's our creatures, right? Here's our non-creatures that works with the prowess. I like the Siege Veteran because it benefits the modified theme, which is Hot Spring and Kami's Flare, and of course Raiju cares about being modified too. So maybe like dropping down to 3 or 2 Iconoclasts and going up just like a couple Lightning Strikes. Something that can hit the opponent's face too would be pretty huge for this deck. I really don't want to cut the Iconoclast because the trample really comes in handy when you're plugging in all those extra counters into things, so... but I think that would be the thing to cut. And maybe a Sticky Fingers, but every time I play with Sticky Fingers, it puts in so much work, it's just ridiculous. And of course it works with all the prowess and everything, and the Menace is sweet too. Sometimes I forget the Menace from Sticky Fingers. Like, this card does so much. Did I forget about the Menace today? I feel like I might have. I'm going to have to go back and watch. That's a little bit embarrassing if I did, but oh well, right? This card does so much, and mainly it's just in here for treasure. But yeah, the Menace, don't forget about it. It does a lot. Would have loved to see more Gaea's Gift today. It's a sweet one, and I think it would have been worth having 2 of them. But what would you drop for it? Maybe an Invigorating Hot Spring. The haste isn't entirely required when Swiftspear and the Thundering Raiju already have the haste. Iconoclast has the ability to give itself haste. So you could like drop a Hot Spring, drop an Iconoclast or two, go up a couple Lightning Strikes and a Gaia's Gift and be pretty satisfied. And you don't have to do that. I think the deck works fine on its own right now. I think the mana base was fine too. We might want the other two Jetmir's Garden, but just remember, it will slow you down. And if you are up against like a mono red build, every single second matters. Every turn, right? It really does come down to those last couple points of damage sometimes. So other than that, I think the mana base was pretty beautiful. Did a lot. Yeah, I loved this one, guys. This is right up my alley. Naya being one of my favorites, probably my favorite 3-colored combination, right? Because mono red's my favorite, and then Boros and Gruul are like tied for my second favorite, so it only makes sense that Naya would be my favorite of the 3-color combinations. So yeah, this one was awesome. I loved it. Guys, if you made it this far into the video, y'all are champions for real. I super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.